Today we're reading Dinosaurs. Long, long ago, dinosaurs were animals that lived millions of years ago, long before there were any people. This is a Apatosaurus family. There were thousands of different dinosaurs. What is a dinosaur? A dinosaur is a type of reptile. Reptiles are animals with scaly skin, like crocodiles and lizards. This dinosaur is an Allosaurus. Scaly skin, long snout, sharp claws, thick, powerful tail. Some dinosaurs lived for more than 100 years. Slim, light dinosaurs ran quickly on 2 legs. Heavy dinosaurs plodded slowly on 4 legs. Dinosaur world. When dinosaurs lived, the world had many more forests, deserts, and rivers than today. These dinosaurs are antecedents. They lived in forests and drank from rivers. It was much hotter in dinosaur times than it is now. There were other animals too. Reptiles with big flapping wings flew through the air. All kinds of strange-looking reptiles lived in rivers and seas. There were also lots of insects and small animals like those you see today, big and small. Some dinosaurs were the biggest land animals ever. Others were very small. This enormous dinosaur is called Brachiosaurus. It was heavier than 15 elephants. A dinosaur called Microraptor was smaller than a hen. Dilopithecus, Compsognathus, Tyrannosaurus. This is what a person would look like next to some of the biggest and smallest dinosaurs. Plant munchers. Lots of dinosaurs ate plants. They spent all day feeding on tasty leaves. Stegosaurus looked big and scary, but it only ate plants. It had a hard mouth like a beak for biting off leaves. Dinosaurs with long necks could reach high branches. They could also stretch out and grab plants from far away. This skull belonged to a Psittacosaurus. Its bony beak sliced easily through stalks. Some plant eaters had thousands of teeth for grinding leaves and twigs. Fierce hunters. Some dinosaurs were meat eaters. They ate lizards, snakes, and other animals. They often attacked dinosaurs too. Meat eaters, much as troodons, were always in the lookout for animals to catch. Many meat eaters had special jaws that opened extra wide. Some of the most dangerous dinosaurs were very small. They hunted in groups. They were fast movers, so they could easily catch clumsy plant eaters. The hunters pounced on their prey and sank their sharp teeth into it. Killer claws. Dinosaurs that ate meat had long, sharp claws on their hands and feet. This huge curved claw belonged to a Baryonyx. Baryonyx used its claws to spike fish in the water. Velociraptor walked with its big claws up to keep them sharp. It flicked the claws forward to slash an enemy in a fight. Allosaurus had 3 razor-sharp claws on each hand. A dinosaur called Dinosaurs had claws that were almost as long as your arm. That's big. Dinosaur King. We all probably know who that is. Tyrannosaurus. was one of the biggest, most terrifying dinosaurs. It could have eaten you in one mouthful. Tyrannosaurus prowled through the forest. It rushed at vice times with its enormous mouth wide open. It had about 50 long pointed teeth that could crunch bones. Dun dun dun. Tyrannosaurus was so fierce that no animal dared to steal its food. Tyrannosaurus was huge, but its arms were tiny. No one knows why they were so small. The only thing funny about a Tyrannosaurus was its tiny arms. Dinosaurs upside down.
I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you.
Sticking together. Many plant-eating dinosaurs lived in large groups or herds. They protected each other by looking out for enemies. These dinosaurs are hadrosaurs. Some hadrosaurs had big hollow horns on their heads. Hadrosaurs could blow air up through their horn. This made a honking sound to warn other hadrosaurs of danger. Herds of big dinosaurs probably left trampled trees and plants behind them.
How about right today? I'm weird.
Stay away. Some dinosaurs had ways of protecting themselves from enemies. Aplocephalus had a heavy bony club on its tail for swinging at enemies. That's a long name. I'm sure it had to break its name down for other dinosaurs to know it. Its body was covered in hard plates that were too thick to bite through. Albertosaurus, Eumorphocephalus, Triceratops had a bony frill that made it look big and fierce. It could also stab enemies with its long pointed horns. A few dinosaurs had extra thick skulls with they butted each other with them.
I'm going to eat
Eggs and babies. Oh, baby dinosaurs.
They're too cute.
A mother dinosaur made a nest and laid about 20 eggs. 2, she covered the eggs with leaves to keep them warm. 3, a baby made a hole in its egg and wiggled out. 4, it left the nest and started to look for food. Some dinosaurs looked after their babies. They made sure that other dinosaurs didn't eat them. Dinosaur eggs could be small and round or long and thin. Where did they go? This is the hard part, because most scientists didn't really know what happened to all the dinosaurs. Dinosaurs lived for millions of years, but then they suddenly died out. No one is sure why. Many scientists think that a big space rock crashed into Earth. The crash made the ground tremble and cracked. Huge fires started. Dust filled the air so that it was too dark and cold for dinosaurs to live. Lots of volcanoes erupted too. This killed off plants, so dinosaurs had nothing to eat. Some other animals didn't die. Perhaps they hid until it was safe to come out again. Dinosaurs like the crocodile, the lizards, the sharks, and maybe even a few of the land dinosaurs might have survived and evolved into the animals we have today. but nobody really knows that for sure because it's tricky to know because they were dinosaurs and now people think they're dead. Because our animals nowadays look way different than dinosaurs. But some scientists think that a giraffe used to be a brontosaurus or a patasaurus.
What the?
And a megalodon is, and now a megalodon is a shark, like our great white. But it's probably the great white because megalodons and great whites are basically the same size. They're the two biggest sharks that ever lived. Scientists find buried bones. Scientists find dinosaur bones in the ground. The bones have turned to stone and are called fossils. 1. A dinosaur died soon, only its skeleton was left. 2. It was covered in mud. Slowly the mud turned into rock. 3. After many years, the bones turned into fossils. 4. When the rock wears away, the fossils are left. The fossil hunter has discovered the foot of a huge jabaria dinosaur. He cleaned soil off the bones with a brush. Dinosaur fossils are found all the time. There might be some in the ground beneath you. Dinosaur fossils are really fragile because they're really old and have been left in the ground for so many years. For over at least 1,000 years. Dino detectives. If scientists find a lot of bones from one dinosaur, they try to put them together. They work out where each bone should go. It's like doing a giant jigsaw puzzle. Scientists used to think dinosaurs were tall with bent tails. Now they know what dinosaurs held their tails out straight. This is a triceratops. Its bones are held in place with metal rods. No one knows what dinosaur skins look like. Perhaps it was covered in spots or stripes.
Where's mine?
The end. And
Can I go get
these
mine?
are models of a dinosaur
Can I go get mine?
fossil, footprints and tail prints that you can make out of cold coffee, coffee beans, flour, sugar, salt, and what you will need is wax paper, a bowl, some mixtures, and you'll need to knead the dough, and you'll also need to leave it out overnight to where but before you leave it out overnight to where the dough can dry, you need to put it in a ball, and then you need to flatten it and take toy dinosaurs and make footprints or tail prints in it. And then you have to leave it overnight to dry, and then you have these perfect little fossils that you can make at home. And this is what it looks like. Like and subscribe.